All right, let's just jump right into it. You've all seen the videos, right? The private islands, the real-life Squid Game, just mountains of cash being given away. But behind the guy we know as MrBeast, Jimmy Donaldson, there is this massive machine. It's a content factory on a scale that's almost hard to wrap your head around. So today we're going to pop the hood and really deconstruct how this whole obsession actually works. Everything really kicks off with this number, $4 million. That is what MrBeast spends every single month just to make his videos. I mean, do the math. That's $48 million a year. And that's not profit. That's just the cost to get the videos out the door. It seems, well, completely insane. So what's the logic here? And this quote? This isn't just him talking. This is literally his entire business model in one sentence. This idea that every single dollar is just fuel for the next, even bigger video, it shows you he's not playing the same game as everyone else. Not even close. Look, just throwing money at a camera doesn't get you billions of views. This whole thing is a carefully engineered system, one he's been tweaking and perfecting for over a decade. So the real question is, how does this machine actually turn all that spending into an empire? To get that, we actually have to go all the way back to the beginning. You see, to really understand how this machine was built, you have to understand the guy who built it. Because before all the money and the fame, it was just Jimmy Donaldson, a kid who was completely obsessed with YouTube. And the system he ended up creating is a direct reflection of that obsession. And believe me, this was not an overnight success story. He put his first video up when he was just 13. And for the next 5 years, it was a slow, painful grind. He finally dropped out of college in 2016 to go all in, and then in 2017, he has this viral moment counting to 100,000, and that was it. That's when he realized that stunts and just pure spectacle, that was his ticket to the top. And you have to understand, the stakes for him could not have been higher. His own mom gave him that ultimatum. And when he chose YouTube, he actually had to move out. He bet his entire future on an algorithm nobody really gets, going against the advice of his own family. You know, that kind of back-against-the-wall pressure, it makes you think differently. It forces you to invent a whole new playbook. And that is exactly what he did. That pressure cooker environment led him to create his core strategy, something he calls the reinvestment flywheel. This is the financial engine that powers the whole operation, and honestly, it goes against everything you'd think about profit. So here's the basic idea. A MrBeast video isn't actually designed to make a profit by itself. Nope. It's built to earn just enough from ads, from sponsors, whatever, to pay for the next video, which is always going to be more ambitious. This creates this incredible growth loop where the spectacle and his audience just keep getting bigger and bigger. Let's take his video where he gave away houses. The whole thing cost about $1.3 million to produce. But the money he made back from YouTube ads? Less than $500,000. So on paper, that's a massive loss, right? A total failure. So why do it? Because he's not buying profit with that money. He's buying your attention. He's buying eyeballs. And this is where the two halves of the machine just click perfectly together. Those eyeballs that he's buying with millions of dollars, well, the entire reinvestment flywheel, all that money and spectacle, is engineered to optimize for one single thing. This is the absolute key that makes the entire system work. Audience retention. It's really simple. It's just the percentage of people who are still watching your video at any given point. But in the world of YouTube, it is the most powerful signal you can possibly send to the algorithm. High retention basically tells YouTube, hey, this video is amazing. You should show it to millions more people. It is the key that unlocks going viral. And this is the magic number. For every single video, MrBeast's goal is 70% audience retention. Now that is an absurdly high number. So every $1 million set piece, every car he gives away, it's all just an investment designed to keep you from clicking away, to keep that number as close to 70 as humanly possible. So how does he do it? Well, he's got it down to a pretty specific 3-part formula. First, you have the hook, a killer intro in the first 10 seconds that tells you exactly what wild thing you're about to see. Second, the pace. He uses custom-built sets and is constantly changing scenes so you never get bored. And third, the rehook, some kind of mid-video twist or a little side story to grab your attention again right when it might be starting to fade. Now, figuring out that retention formula didn't just make his channel a hit. It gave him the audience and the cash to build something way, way bigger than just a YouTube channel. He built an entire empire. The main channel is really the engine for a whole ecosystem. He's got these huge side channels for gaming and reaction videos. He launched his own fast food chain, MrBeast Burger, and a snack brand, Feastables. And he's poured over $10 million into a new studio, the largest on the East Coast, so he can film multiple huge videos all at the same time. He's also used that massive audience to make a huge real-world impact. His charity campaigns, which he co-founded with Mark Rober, have raised some truly mind-boggling amounts, over $24 million to plant trees, $30 million to clean up the oceans, and $40 million for clean water projects. But this kind of success, this insane level of growth, driven by what he calls a laser-like focus, it doesn't happen without a cost. The nonstop pace and the astronomical stakes have also, unsurprisingly, led to some controversy. I mean, his style has led to what people call the MrBeastification of YouTube, this trend of super fast-paced, high-budget content. But on the other side of things, some of his former employees have come out and alleged that it's a really difficult, high-pressure place to work. And his TV show Beast Games even faced a class-action lawsuit from contestants who alleged mistreatment and unsafe conditions. Which leaves us with this one big question. There's no doubt that MrBeast totally cracked the code for success in modern media through just sheer obsession and a revolutionary way of thinking about money. But when you look at the immense pressure and the controversies that followed, you have to ask yourself, is this the blueprint everyone should be trying to follow? Or is it more of a cautionary tale about what it really takes to get to the top and stay there?